As a mom, a working mom, and a busy, sometimes stressed out mom, I want to share with you 4 amazing supplements that every mom, grandma, and female needs in their lives, particularly if you are experiencing fatigue or need an energy boost to balance all the balls that you have up in the air, or you're just dealing with overall stress. I am so excited to share these 4 with you. So number 1, in the anti-aging category, but also deep healing, I recommend collagen, clean source collagen. Specifically, collagen is wonderful for women in reducing fine lines and wrinkles around the laugh lines, crow's feet, your little furrows, the 11s. So if you feel like the stress and kind of everyday life is wearing you down and you're physically seeing a reduction in the elasticity of your skin, a wonderful gift for yourself or any mom or grandma in your life is collagen. And collagen has not just superficial anti-aging benefits that can be seen in 2 to 4 weeks and continues to compound. It also has massive benefits in healing your gut. So if you or a mom or grandma in your life experiences any type of gut imbalances, leaky gut, indigestion, IBS, bloating, gas, those are all going to be indicative of small intestinal imbalances and potentially something that we call leaky gut, where literally the structures in between these small little microvilli and single cell lining of our small intestine, that kind of gets opened up and less, the tissue itself is not as strong and supple. Collagen can actually strengthen those divides and create a situation where we can heal leaky gut. And this is a permanent type of solution. So if you, as a mom, grandma, or have any moms or grandmas in your life that you want to help support their health, collagen, our clean source collagen is great to use. You can use a scoop a day. Sometimes I'll do 2 doses in the morning and the evening. You can add this to a tea or a coffee, yogurt, smoothie. There's a lot of different ways to use this. And I even put it in our mommy cookies. I call them mommy cookies. And my son and my husband, we all eat these amazing plant-based raw cookies, and we put collagen for an extra oomph of protein. So that's number 1. Number 2, I want to talk to all you ladies who might be experiencing imbalanced sleep, fluid retention, and this could be mild, where you might notice that at the end of the day, your feet or ankles are swelling. You might notice that you feel more puffy and just start holding maybe 1 to 5 pounds of excess fluid. Magnesium 7, this is our multi-complex magnesium blend. This has an assorted amount and assorted types of magnesium. They target certain body systems, but magnesium specifically is great for enhancing the fluid production and the flow of fluid that might be stagnant inside your body. And it'll articulate it so we can flush that out, the pathways like our bladder and our kidneys and our bladder. So magnesium can help reduce fluid retention. I recommend this for all my lymphatic patients, my patients with lymphedema, or folks with edema and light gentle swelling. But also magnesium is great for balancing sleep. Magnesium, this particular mineral, is a master mineral. We have over 600 enzymatic reactions in our body that need magnesium. So magnesium can improve sleep. It can calm the body, calm the central nervous system. So for women who have anxiety or even depression, just feeling like the brain is not optimized, you're not feeling completely 100% yourself, personality or just mental health wise, magnesium is great. So I always recommend that. You can take a dose in the evening. That tends to be when we can get the max benefits for sleep, but you can also add a dose in the morning. So spacing it out in 10 to 12 hours is going to give us that max multiple kind of delivery, long-term benefits of magnesium. Number 3, the next recommendation, I'm really excited because this I use to power me up, to energize my body, to reduce inflammation, as well as any type of free radical damage from everyday allergens or viral bacterial invasions. I cannot speak enough to the massive benefits that we as women experience from functional mushrooms. Particularly, functional mushrooms support our brain, they support and balance our hormones. They can help us get through perimenopause, menopause. It also is very beneficial for women post-pregnancy. What we find are functional mushrooms that we are going to get in our 7M Plus blend. And by the way, these are fermented and they are extremely powerful. Each of the mushrooms in this blend have massive amounts of clinical research that showcases the potency and the power of these medicinal mushrooms in helping lower our stress levels, calm our central nervous system, recalibrate our stress response mechanism, meaning that fight or flight, like we're always in that kind of, the kind of squirrel, when you're driving around down the road and the squirrel's like, and it doesn't know what to do. And it like runs in front of your car. We are in that state on a daily basis. And as moms, grandmothers, and women who are caregivers, this is a massive, massive negative influence on our overall health and wellness. And where I use functional mushrooms, and not just my life, but the lives of my patients, is we can help support and balance the stress level, but also enhance our adaptogenic influences from functional mushrooms, meaning mushrooms in this blend, 7M Plus blend, they can actually help your body adapt to and deal with stress better. So what normally is you're walking around with like your glass, it's full and overflowing. Mushrooms let the valve out. So it releases some of that intensity, the pressure, and it calms the way you're going to deal with everyday life. And if you're a mom watching this, you know that like all the time we're managing and juggling a lot in our families and our kids' lives and just all the things that are on our plate. So the functional mushrooms are a really good way to support your body. They also have amazing benefits in supporting brain health. And we see some of these mushrooms are highly beneficial at minimizing our risk of cancer. They can support cell apoptosis of cancer cells, meaning cell death of cancer cells. They have a very powerful influence for balancing and modulating our immune response and have anti-inflammatory impact. So overall, stress lowering, inflammation reducing. They are high in antioxidants, which keeps us youthful and helps support our cells. So mushrooms are always on my list for moms. Moms and mushrooms go hand in hand, powers you up. And my last and final is really one of the things that we see with all illness and disease, but particularly with women. Some of the major common illnesses women experience are inflammatory in their orientation, meaning the cause of the illness and disease is from an overwhelm of inflammation within the body. It's systemic inflammation. And that inflammation can often cause pains in our joints and our muscles and tissue. Sometimes people will feel just this like pain experience, aches and pains, just feel like you're not as functional and fluid as you used to be. Magi Complex is a big winner for my patients who experience pain and inflammatory disorders. If you have a mom or grandma or you yourself are suffering from one or many autoimmune dysfunctions, inflammation is the root cause. Magi Complex has 3 powerful ingredients: turmeric, myrrh, and it has frankincense. Those 3 have a long-term history as beneficial medicinals. Turmeric is a potent anti-inflammatory, so it can reduce inflammation, which will reduce nerve impact and nerve-related pain, i.e. your body's registering pain. The other thing that we see with myrrh, it's just a really good balancer and can reduce inflammatory conditions of our respiratory system and can combat some of the allergen responses that we experience to our environment. The other benefit with frankincense is awesome. So let me share with you how awesome frankincense is. We have seen European studies showcase frankincense has anti-cancer properties. Frankincense is also a very grounding herb and can help us root and recalibrate and balance our body and our parasympathetic nervous system. It helps keep us level and balanced. So these 3 together in the Magi Complex are awesome for us women who might have current and inflammatory conditions. You might feel aches and pains, and even hormone imbalance can kick off inflammation in the body. So combating systemic inflammation will greatly reduce your risk of illness and disease. So for moms, grandmothers, and women who are seeking a complex, complete blend of powerful, potent medicinals, these four: collagen in powder form, 7M plus the mushroom blend, magnesium, major winner of the magnesium. I love magnesium, and it'll also get you regular. So you'll eliminate constipation, which 40% of breast cancer is caused from constipation. We actually see those links. And then also a Magi Complex. So I'm excited for you to grab all four of these. Click on the link down below to get more information to order these products for you, your mothers, your grandmothers, aunts. All the women in your life can greatly benefit from these four items.